Hello students, now we are going to discuss about the phylum Annelida. As the name indicates, Annelida, that means they have the annuli rings. That means we can say the segments also. That is why name is given the Annelida. The organisms that will comes under the Annelida will showing some characteristics like the body is very soft, cylindrical and mainly segmented. Yes, I have told you they have the segmented body and that segment is known as the annulus. And due to these segments or annulus, they are known as the Annelida. We can like do here. Due to these annulus, they are known as the Annelida. So second, these are mainly both found in both the habitats. That means they can be aquatic, terrestrial, free living, and may be also found in the parasitic forms also. That means that they can take their food from living hosts. If we will say these have the bilateral symmetry. That means body can divide into two left and right equal halves. Having organ system level organization and made up of 3 layers. And they have the body cavity also. That's why they are known as the coelomates. If we will see, digestive system is complete, having both mouth as well as anus, and respiration they are showing by the skin. So if we will say the circulatory system, yes, circulatory system in these Annelida, the organisms that comes under the Annelida is mainly of closed type. That means blood will flow through the blood vessels. Heart will pump the blood and that will goes into the blood vessels, and with the help of those blood vessels it will pass to the different parts of the body. That is why it is known as the closed circulatory system. If we will see the excretion, yes, excretion, main excretory material of these organisms is the ammonia and urea. Yes, but urea is released by only the terrestrial forms. The organisms which found on the land only release the urea, and the organisms which can found in the aquatic habitat which will release the ammonia. It means the organisms which will come under Annelida will release both type of waste material. That is why they are considered as aminotelic also and ureotelic organisms also. If we will discuss about the nervous system, yes, nervous system is made up of paired ganglia, and that paired nerve ganglia is connected to double ventral nerve cord but with the help of lateral nerves. Yes, nervous system made up of paired nerve ganglia which is connected to double ventral nerve cords and with the help of lateral nerves. So if we say about the sexes in Annelida, both type of organisms will found, monoecious also and dioecious also. Monoecious, that means where male and female will lie in the same body. Example, earthworm and leech, that is also considered as the hermaphrodite. That means both sex are found in the same body. But some organisms also that have male and female separate. That is example is the Nereus, that is a aquatic form. So if we will say the locomotion, they have the special structures that is known as the parapodia which will help in the locomotion, and development will take place with the help of larval stages, and that larva is mainly you have to keep in mind is the trochophora. I have drawn a diagram here of the Nereus, that is the aquatic form here. So take the example Nereus. Nereus have developed the tentacles here, and these tentacles are of two types. One is prostomial tentacles, that is large in size and help in taking the nutrition from the host also if they are in the parasitic forms. And smaller one is the peristomial. First one is the prostomial and second one is the peristomial tentacles. After that you can say parapodia are there and invertebrate parapodia annuli is there. There are 3 classes: Polychaeta, Oligochaeta and Hirudinaria. According to that, Nereus, earthworm and leech are the examples. Under the Polychaeta Nereus, under the Oligochaeta earthworm, and under the Hirudinaria is leech. Thank you. Arthropods are identified by the main characteristics that they are having the jointed legs. So this is the main characteristics. After that we will discuss about some other characteristics also. So one by one we are going to discuss. Arthropods are considered as the largest phylum. That means 1/3 of all the animals on the earth are insects. So we can say it is the largest phylum. If we will discuss about the body, these are Triploblastic, that means they are made up of three germ layers: ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. Next, they are having the bilateral symmetry, means body. If we will divide the body from the center or from the any plane, it will divide into two left and equal halves. And they have organ system level organization. Next, if we will see the digestive system, yes, digestive system of the arthropods or the insects, we can say, is complete. That means they have both the openings for a ingestion of the food is known as the mouth, and for the removal of the waste is known as anus. These have compound eyes. Actual animals can have two type of eyes, either the simple eyes or the compound, but insects mainly have compound eyes and have the jointed legs. How the insects will communicate with each other? Yes, for the communication purpose, they are releasing some special chemicals that are known as the pheromones. Yes, you can take the example of the honeybee. When honeybee is going to take the nectar from the flowers, how the honeybee will give the message to the others that the particular flower is having the nectar or not. So it is only possible by the pheromones. If we will see the insects body is divided. That means it will show the segmentation. Yes, segmentation. Body is divided into three parts, that are head, thorax, and abdomen. And if we will see the body structures, and we can say the exoskeleton. Exoskeleton of the insects are made up of the chitin. That is why it is on the chitinous. And if we will see the respiration, how the insects are showing the respiration, there are four important parts for the respiration, which are gills, trachea, book lungs, and book gills. You already know about the gills and trachea, because gills are also found in the fishes for the respiration, because fish can separate the air from the water. But there are two new words for you, that are the book lungs and book gills. You need to know book lungs are located internally, whereas book gills located externally. Book lungs are found in the terrestrial forms, whereas the book gills are found in the aquatic form. I have drawn a diagram here of the book lungs. Yes, I have drawn this red color part is known as the interlamellar space, and this blue dotted part is known as the lamella. Lamella is having the blood, and that blood contains the air. Okay, so what will happen when air will pass? So air will be separated here from the blood, and blood will goes to the body, and air will goes back. That means a number of tracheal systems are there that is connected to the air. We can say book lungs. Yes, tracheal system are for the respiration. After that, they will separate the air from the blood. If you will see about reproduction, yes, sexes are separate. That means male and female are found in the separate bodies. If we will see that these are mainly oviparous, because animals are of two types, oviparous or the viviparous. Oviparous means these can lay down the eggs, whereas some animals are there which can give birth to young ones. Then those are considered under the viviparous, and fertilization is of internal type. But what we will say about the sense organs of the arthropods or the insects? They have three types of sense organs: antenna, eye, and stetocyst. About stetocyst, I have told you, stetocyst is the balancing organ. Yes, that will help in maintaining the equilibrium. And how they will perform the excretion? Yes, excretion is performed by the special structures that is known as the Malpighian tubules. And development is of both type, direct as well as indirect. If we will see about the circulatory system, insects do not have the blood like us, that is red in color. Insects have the colorless, that is known as the hemolymph. Yes, and we say insects having the open type circulatory system. That means blood will pump from the heart and goes to the tissues, and after diffusing the oxygen, that blood will come back again to the heart. That is known as open type circulatory system. I have drawn a diagram of the butterfly here also to show some statistics, like body is divided into three parts: head, thorax, and abdomen. They having the wings also. First wing is the forewing, and behind that is known as the hind wings. Some examples also written here. That is limulus, that is known as the king crab, is considered under the living fossil. Second, some insects like the honeybee secrete the honey that can be used for the medicinal purpose also. And bombax, that is known as silkworm, will release the silk. So there are some insects also that can release the valuable products which can be used by the human beings. But Some insects are also here that will act as the vector. What are the vector? Vector are the organisms that will carry something. Why I am using the word something here? Because it will depend what they will carry. Yes, so you can take the example of the female Anopheles mosquito. Female Anopheles mosquito that will carry the plasmodium, and plasmodium is a protozoan that is responsible for causing the malaria disease. Yes, so female Anopheles mosquito carry the plasmodium to the humans, and that will cause a disease. That means plasmodium carried by the female Anopheles mosquito. So this female Anopheles mosquito is known as a vector. Same like some other Aedes and Culex or mosquito are there that can act as a vector. So these are some characteristics of the arthropods. Thank you. Hello students. Now we are going to discuss about the next phylum, that is Mollusca. Mollusca is considered as the second largest phylum because first largest phylum was the Arthropoda. After that, this is the Mollusca, that is the second largest phylum. These are the organisms that will found on the land also, in the water also. These have the body cavity, that is why known as coelomates. These have three type of germ layers, that is why they are known as the triploblastic. Have bilateral symmetry, have the well-developed organ system, level organization. If you will see about the body is unsegmented. It means body is divided into three parts: head, visceral hump, and the foot. Head is the sense organ, where the foot will help in the locomotion from one place to another place. If we will see about the visceral hump is divided into two parts. One is the skin, spongy skin that will cover the visceral hump is known as the mental. That means if you will see, this is the visceral hump, a layer that will cover it. This is it. It is known as the mental, and this cavity between this is the mental cavity. So visceral hump is covered by the spongy skin known as the mental, and the cavity between the visceral hump and the mental is known as the mental cavity that will help the gills, and gills will help in the respiration. If you will see, the digestive tract is a complete, having both mouth as well as anus, and these buccal cavity have a special structure that is known as the radula, and this radula having the teeth which will act as the rasping organ. If you will see about the circulatory system, these have the open circulatory system. That means heart can pump the blood that goes to the tissues, and after supplying the oxygen, that blood comes back again to the heart. It means these do not have the blood vessels. But except cephalopods, that means except the cephalopods or the mollusca will have the open type, and these cephalopods have the closed type circulatory system. These have the blue colored blood. Why? Due to the blue pigment that is known as the hemocyanin, which will give blue color to its blood. And excretory system, yes, excretory system, they release two type of waste, that is the ammonia and the uric acid. According to that, they are aminotelic and the uricotelic. Reproduction will take place because sexes are the separate. So sexes are the separate, and the respiration will take with the help of gills. I have drawn a diagram here of the pila, that is also known as the apple snake. Okay, this is the apex part, and these lines will show the structures that will separate them from the other parts. These dotted line will show the lines of growth, and this blue line in between is known as the varix, and this part is specially known as the body hole, and this dot structure is known as the umbilicus, and this is part known as the outer lip. So some of the example is also here, that is Aplysia, Helix, Limua, and the Limex. These are the examples of the mollusca. So mollusca also includes some important examples because it is the second largest after the arthropoda, and due to its characteristics, it can survive in more than in the conditions we can say more than the other animals. That is why it is easily available, and it is the second largest phylum. Thank you, beta.